Man, there's too many things going on surrounding around these Shedeur Sanders trade talks, these trade rumors, all this stuff that's being put out there now, man. It's like we've always said, anybody but Shedeur. And man, these trade rumors, they kicked off earlier in the day when Tony Rizzo dropped his bombshell report. But it didn't just start there because we saw in OTAs, man, and minicamp, and now they're saying that trade calls have been coming in for Shedeur Sanders. And the Cleveland Browns are looking closely at these calls or listening closely to these calls. But I tell you one thing, man, it didn't just start when Tony Rizzo said it. Because we got some information during OTAs that on Speakeasy, Shady McCoy, he basically said, he got sources in that Cleveland Browns organization. He talked to people, and somebody said that Deshaun Watson, was going to be named the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. And a lot of people was trying to figure out who he talked to. And then we heard Shady McCoy come back later and say that he talked to Jerry Jeudy about Shedeur. And Shedeur Sanders is looking real well, and everybody's loving what Shedeur is doing. So we don't know what to believe now, because now these trade rumors have starting to circulate all online, and a lot of people are talking about it, and it's trending. And we're going to break it all down right after this.
What we're talking about. What's up, K-Sap? James Ford, that's me. Let me talk to him. That's me.
The ball drop, sit the ball drop. Chopping up these topics, man, I sit the ball drop. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping.
Hey, let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't ripping the same. It's my bro K-Sap, chopping up topics for your optics. From politics to topics, tune in that I watch this. Exclusive material for your radio stereo, pumping high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man. I got something to say.
And now, your host of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the man behind the mic, K-Sap.
Well, guys, man, look, man, I'm here to tell you, man. It's one thing for certain and two things for sure, man. There's a lot going on, man. And we heard the news earlier this morning. We heard what Rizzo had to say. This all didn't start from Rizzo, man. All this started because of the fact that Shedeur Sanders made this a quarterback competition the way Todd Monken said it was going to be. And Shedeur Sanders has impressed everybody in this organization. And I think some teams around the league are probably looking at Shedeur Sanders' growth as well. So they're putting in phone calls. But this would be very diluted if the Cleveland Browns would even entertain trying to trade Shedeur Sanders. Because you trade Shedeur Sanders, man, that's letting people know that the Cleveland Browns are not serious about winning. No disrespect to Deshaun Watson. He's older. He ain't been that guy since 2020, coming off of a shoulder injury, coming off of these accusations, coming off 2 Achilles injuries. And to think that he can turn back the clock and be the guy for the Cleveland Browns, it's kind of far-fetched. Shedeur Sanders is a franchise quarterback. They just won't give him the opportunity. Now we get the trade talk. So we heard what Rizzo had to say, and this is what Rizzo had to say early this morning.
There are talks ongoing calls about the availability of Shedeur Sanders. The Browns, for whatever reason, don't think he's the guy. That's my opinion. And I'm sure they'll say, what are you talking about? He's in a quarterback battle. Okay. But I'm going to say right now, for the record, I don't think the 4 quarterbacks are going to camp on July 28th. I don't. Nothing is imminent, but the calls are being made. And I think it's probably in the best interest of.
Now, you heard exactly what Tony Rizzo had to say. Now, this is the report that Tony Rizzo came out with this morning. But see, this all started picking up steam the other night on Nightcap. But Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, said what he had to say. Now, you know, Ocho is connected with a lot of players in the NFL, has a lot of connections. But, you know, Ocho played with the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals and Cleveland Browns in the AFC North. It's like a rivalry. So we don't know what Ocho was putting out there is actual factuals, but it started picking up steam when Ocho said it. And Ocho, once again, said he got all this information from Jerry Jeudy. So a lot of people saying that Jerry Jeudy is the snake in the grass putting this information out there, because we all seen Jerry Jeudy and Deshaun Watson in the offseason working out together. And we saw, you know, the on-field blow-up that Jerry Jeudy and Shedeur Sanders had last year. And a lot of people said that Jerry Jeudy was sabotaging Shedeur Sanders. We've seen a lot of drop balls from Jerry Jeudy, making Shedeur look bad. And a lot of people wanted Jerry Jeudy traded because of what Andrew Berry did in the draft, went out and got himself, you know, exceptional wide receivers in Denzel Boston and KC Concepcion. And you still got Isaiah Bond, one of Shedeur Sanders' favorite targets. And then you still got Harold Fanning. And a lot of people want Jerry Jeudy gone. And we heard what the likes of Steve Smith called him, a jag, just another guy. And they think that Jerry Jeudy is the one that's putting all this in the stratosphere, causing controversy. So I want you guys to listen. This is how it all started. And this is how it all picked up steam after what Shady McCoy said. It kind of fizzled down because Shady McCoy backed it up with saying that, you know, Shedeur is looking good and there's a possibility of Shedeur being QB1. Now, Ocho re-sparks this whole thing, and this is when this trade report and trade rumors started circulating. So listen to what Chad Ochocinco had to say.
According to Jeremy Fowler, Shedeur Sanders has bridged the gap between him and Deshaun Watson. Deshaun went to the spring as a clear-cut favorite, and then Shedeur has bridged the gap. According to The Athletic, Watson lacked consistency during OTAs. Watson seemed healthy and occasionally threw downfield with confidence, but he lacked consistency and threw too often into traffic. Ocho?
Yes, sir.
What you thinking?
I ain't really thinking nothing.
His job to lose?
No, yeah, I told you that, and that's exactly how it's going to be. For those that in the chat that love football, whether you're a Cleveland Browns fan or not, Deshaun Watson is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. The job that Deshaun Watson is going to get, Uncle Joe, it is his job to lose. He has 6 weeks. I guarantee you, listen to me now. I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now, Uncle Joe. He has 6 weeks to make sure that team is playing above or better than whatever the expectations may be for that team and that quarterback. If he's not, Shedeur Sanders will fall in line as the backup and be the starter for the remainder of the season.
I don't think it's going to take 6 weeks. I think because he's been off for so long, and
Tell him, Joe.
that football is a timing rhythm thing, especially at the quarterback position. And if you can't be consistent in this league, fellas, y'all know, y'all played it. Bro, they only going to deal with so much. Now, they're going to give him an opportunity, Uncle Ocho. But, yeah. They're going to give, but I don't think it's going to take 6 weeks before Shedeur get in there. That's just me.
Oh, if they doing bad, I think most of the time, Unc, I could be wrong. You'd be better suited to answer that when it comes to a quarterback. And you got somebody over your shoulder. If you're not playing well, I thought maybe it would be the 6 week mark, because you don't want to lose too much of the season when you still have a chance to compete. At least play for something.
Well, the question is, when is their bye week? How soon is their bye week?
Right.
How bad? I mean, is the offense stagnant?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Ocho? I mean,
Yes,
you're
sir.
like 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, pick, fumble. Now we maybe have 3-4 weeks of that, and then we got to make a switch.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just hard to be off the length of time because we got to go back to like
agree.
Deshaun hadn't been that guy since his last. Because remember,
Last year in Houston.
excuse me, his last year in Houston, Ocho, he led the league in passing.
Yeah, he went
And
crazy.
then all that information comes out. He didn't play another snap, even though he was still on the
Yeah.
roster.
Mhm.
He goes to Cleveland. He misses the first 11 games. The next year he gets hurt with a shoulder. The
Yeah.
next year he tears his Achilles.
Yeah.
So when you look at it in the last 4 to 5 years, he's played one
Yeah.
season. If you add the games up, I believe in his totality.
Man, now you heard what they had to say. And see, Ocho was a fire starter. Ocho really put legs on this. Ocho really got this thing turning. Ocho's statement really got the information starting to come forward. But it'd be crazy if Cleveland would trade Shedeur Sanders. But hey, all I'm going to say is buckle up. Buckle up. That's all I'm going to say. Just buckle up. I know everybody's in the comment section talking about there's no way they're going to trade Shedeur, but all I'm going to say, guys, buckle up, man. Just buckle up, man. Y'all get down in the comment section.
I see everyone in the comment section. Hashtag salute. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you will know every time I drop a hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot, tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And that will wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host, the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.